So if you don't already know by the title of this video, to start off, I'm so sorry about this setup. And the truth to be told, this is where I've been living. I've been living in a caravan. And yeah, this video, you probably didn't expect it. You probably expected like a penthouse, living in an apartment in Thailand, which I could have done that video because I'm going to Thailand soon. But I would rather show you the truth of success in the making. And just a quick backstory. I'm from Wales. I've been doing social media marketing for about a year and a half. And I had some success with it. And when I decided to move to Australia, I kind of stopped. I kind of stopped to enjoy my life a little bit because when you start to do a business or an entrepreneur, anything to do with that, you know your mind is racing constantly. And I had it for, well, a year and a half. I love it. I love it. I'm not moaning about that, but you never have time to switch off. And I thought, right, this is the time to switch off. See my family before I do a little massive skills. And skills of being in the now. And I enjoyed the time with my family, came to Australia. So I kind of stopped my business. It peaked at £1,200. And I was happy with that, but I knew that was not the level I want to be at. But I just want to be honest with you. I don't want to throw random numbers. No BS. And yeah, I came to Australia and yeah, I don't have money, never had money. And this is what the urge of why I want to become a millionaire and why I am going to be a multi-millionaire. And not just a multi-millionaire, someone who is successful and I can teach people and can do it myself and I can make other people millions. So yeah, I came to Australia and everything just started piecing up. But I've learned so much from being by myself. Well, not by myself. I came over with two of my friends, but I've been living by myself. And this is what I've been living in. It actually looks like a penthouse from behind. This is the truth of where I have been living. I've been living in a caravan. And sorry about that waffle, but today I closed the biggest deal of my life. And it wasn't just a deal, it was closing a limiting belief. A limiting belief that I couldn't sell high ticket. I weren't worthy of £2,000 a month, £1,000 a month deal. Because yeah, you add up the numbers, I need 5 more clients paying this, and that's 5k, 10k a month, and I've hit the dream goal, which I know I could do very easy now. Like I made this 2k a month deal without doing any outreach. And I stopped doing outreach about about a year ago. And I've closed a 2k a month deal by providing actual value. And I truly understand how to do it now. And this day is a mark that I want to make sure I document this, because I'm sure if you look back that I have a video where I was sitting in a room in my old house, so nervous, talking about how I'm gonna do this and what I might do. I'm sure it said social media marketing, but it is crazy how far I've come. And I thank my mate because he told me I've got to document this. I've got to make sure I do this video. And earlier today, this morning, I closed the biggest deal of my life. And you don't understand, it feels like a long time coming. But I understand now that every single thing was waiting for this moment, because it just feels unreal. And if you're there watching this, I'm not going to sell you nothing. If there's something that I could share with you today, that it all works out. It all works out when you didn't believe, even when things go absolutely wrong. When I stopped my agency, no clients, nothing, but I kept working, I kept thinking, I kept building in my head. And it does, once you have a vision, this is what I truly understand. When you envision something, it is a reality out there somewhere. I remember the day, actually. I truly remember the day that I was slipping off in a bad path, enjoying drinking with some friends, and it weren't good. Like, you get what I mean? I understand myself. and I was slipping into old ways of drinking and smoking and all that. And I was like, I need to get back on track. I need to get back on track. I need it. I'm not letting this go. I'm not letting this vision, even though I've moved to Australia, I'm not letting it go. And I was like, how do I do it? And then it clicked. Jim Rohn, the philosopher. I remember I used to scroll on TikTok when I first started, and it would be Jim Rohn, and he'd be talking about life is risky, everything's risky. And I lost my philosophy. And I wish I could just screenshot it, but I bought the audible of Jim Rohn's philosophies, and I remember I played them. I sat there in this bed right now, and I was listening to Jim Rohn talk. And as soon as I heard him talk, I was like, it's back. And he gets you thinking, and it all just started flowing back. And I was just working. I was building something with no clients. A massive inspiration for me is Alex Amosi. And I was just building. And then I had built this thing that I knew what I was going to sell. And I had been struggling to sell over £400 a month. And it felt like so much work. And I was so scared. I was like, this is amazing. £400 a month, you know? This is amazing. Like 10 more of this and I'm £4,000 a month. And so I always had that limited belief. And it always seemed as if when I was on track, I always pulled myself back. But now I know I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. If I had become successful then, I wouldn't have done it right. And now I know how to do it right. I just gotta say that this whole trip for me, coming to Australia, I've truly found myself. I don't care. I know what I want to do, and I don't feel bad that I want to make it. And because the whole time I've been living in a hostel with 70 people, and I wish I could just go ask them, but this sounds a bit weird. I sat in the corner of the room with my laptop, building my vision every single day. Sat there, everyone drinking, partying, and I sat there with my headphones on. I bought these noise cancelling headphones, and everybody just knows me as the businessman or whatever. But I've loved it. I have absolutely loved it, and it has been a massive. This is a crazy thing. I don't want to keep waffling, but I need to document this. Back home, I was known as someone who went out on the weekends, drinking, smoking, drugs, whatever, all that, like, as everybody does, the way in the UK, living on the weekends, doing drugs, all that, sex. And then I decided that I was going to change. And I come to Australia, and these people now see me as this person who sits down, he goes to the gym every single day, he eats clean every single day. And they look at me as if like I've always been this way. And it's crazy how I've just turned myself into a complete different person that is building my dream life. And wow. Today is just summed up like I put it to God. I've come closer through God on this journey, and I just needed to document this because I documented right at the start I think I was talking about my visions or what I wanted to do, or SMMA, waffling, thinking I knew everything. And I've always wanted to be a YouTuber and an influencer, but I've always been quite stuck with, should I focus on my work and my skills, or should I make content about it? But I definitely want to document this milestone. And I don't want to keep this video going too long, but I'm proud of myself. If I could say one thing to myself, is I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for sticking to it. And if you were watching, I'm proud of you, because I know the pain of you working and nothing is coming through. You feel like nothing is falling through. But I promise you, the day will come where it will all work out and it will all click and you understand, right, this is how I do it. But I had needed these 2 years of experience to be in the position where I am now. And yeah, we're in this caravan, and I know I got a power diagram shift workbook where I documented my next steps. And I just want to put on you my next goals on what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna be showing you this. So my first goal was to close a 2K a month deal so I can work on my business without having to do any other work. To build all my skills so I become the best in the industry of what I do: sales, marketing, communication, ads, every single thing. I want to be the best, and I'm gonna be the best. And this is Rose Sold. And the next step of that will be to take a clinic from 20K a month to 100K a month. And that's my next goal, and I'm gonna do it. And then we're gonna build the biggest aesthetic community, online community in the UK. And we're going in partnership with that. I'm gonna do that. Then I'm gonna do it in the US. And that's when I'm gonna hit £122,000 a month. And then I want to document it all and help you do it. And that's what I'm going to do. But I just want to say thank you for sticking with it. To you, and thank you to God and to my family and to every single thing that I have in my life, the good and the bad, because it has made me who I am. And if there's one thing that I can say, never give up. Keep working and work on your philosophies like Jim Rohn. It's amazing. But in the next one.